You know what stops most people from creating beautiful gardens? They think it requires space, money, and a green thumb. Wrong. My entire balcony garden cost less than $40, uses recycled materials, and fits in an area smaller than most people's closets. And it's the most photographed spot in my entire apartment. I'm about to show you 17 genius ideas for tiny gardens, using stuff you probably already have or can get for free. Number 7 is so adorable it went viral on my social media. But number 12? That's the one that actually changed how I garden forever. Pure problem-solving genius. Welcome to Daily Garden Fix, where we prove tiny spaces can create huge impact. Hit subscribe and ring that bell, because today we're transforming trash into garden treasures using zero space and almost zero budget. Let's create magic in the smallest places. Idea 1. Tin can vertical herb wall. Standard, tin can planters just paint cans and mount them. My magnetic system lets you rearrange your garden daily. Here's the unique twist. I attach strong magnets to can bottoms before painting. Then I mount a large metal sheet on my fence or wall. The cans stick magnetically, letting me move them constantly based on sun patterns or aesthetic mood. The innovation is my self-watering modification. I drill drainage holes in can sides near the bottom, then nest each painted can inside a slightly larger unpainted can. The outer can catches drainage, creating reservoir watering. The magnetic mounting means I can remove individual cans for easy watering without disturbing neighbors. Cost is essentially free using collected cans. The magnetic system with self-watering reservoirs transforms basic can planters into dynamic, functional vertical gardens you redesign daily. Idea 2. Broken tile mosaic. Stepping stones. Mosaic stepping stones exist, but my glow-in-the-dark grout creates pathways that illuminate at night. The unique technique: I mix phosphorescent powder into white grout before applying to mosaic stones. Sunlight charges the grout during the day, then it glows softly at night, creating illuminated pathway guides. Here's the innovation. I deliberately leave some grout lines thicker than others, creating patterns visible only after dark. During day, you see colorful tile mosaics. At night, glowing grout lines reveal hidden star patterns or spiral designs. Cost is about $3 per stone, including phosphorescent powder. The day-night transformation creates stones that are actually two different artworks, depending on when you view them. Idea 3. Teacup rain chain bird feeders. Standard teacup feeders just glue cups to posts. My rain chain version creates cascading feeding stations that also manage water. Here's what's unique. I drill drainage holes in teacup bottoms, then string multiple cups vertically on chains. During rain, water cascades from cup to cup, creating mini waterfalls. Between rains, cups hold birdseed at multiple heights. The innovation is dual-purpose design. The same structure serves as decorative rain chain and functional bird feeder. I position chains to direct roof runoff into garden beds below, so the rain chain also irrigates plants. Cost is maybe $5 for chain and hardware using thrifted teacups. The multifunctional design solving drainage, bird feeding, and decoration simultaneously is elegant problem solving. Idea 4. Crate pocket organizer walls. Stacked crates are common. My fabric pocket insert system maximizes storage while maintaining drainage. The unique approach: I sew fabric pockets with drainage mesh bottoms, then attach them inside crate compartments. Each crate becomes multiple planting zones instead of single large spaces. Here's the innovation. The pockets are removable and washable. When seasons change, I swap out pockets with appropriate plants. Spring pockets hold lettuce. Summer pockets contain herbs. Fall pockets get decorative grasses. The removable pocket system also means I can wash away salt buildup and pests without disturbing the crate structure. Cost is about $8 in outdoor fabric for 20 pockets. The seasonal swap system keeps gardens fresh and functional year-round. Idea 5. Picture frame living walls. Frame planters usually just hold single pots. My succulent tapestry technique creates actual living paintings. Here's what's unique. I attach wire mesh across frame backs, layer with landscape fabric, add soil, then insert succulent cuttings from front, creating dense living mosaics. The succulents root through mesh into soil behind. The innovation is my color planning. I arrange succulents by color, creating gradient effects or actual pictures. Hearts, initials, geometric patterns. As succulents grow, the living painting fills in and matures. Cost is about $6 per frame, using propagated succulent cuttings. The living tapestry approach creates genuine artwork that grows and changes, not just frames holding plants. Idea 6. Silverware herb markers. Standard fork markers just stick forks in soil. My stamped metal technique creates permanent weatherproof labels. The unique method: I use metal stamping sets to imprint plant names directly into fork handles. The stamped letters never fade or wash away like painted markers. Here's the innovation. I bend fork tines at different angles, creating varying heights and sculptural interest. Some markers stand 12 inches tall, others 6 inches. The varied heights create visual rhythm through garden beds. I also polish some forks to mirror finish, while leaving others tarnished, creating deliberate patina variation. Cost is free using old silverware. The permanently stamped labels with sculptural varied heights transforms basic markers into garden art. Idea 7. Painted rock succulent gardens. This is number 7, the adorable one that went viral. Standard painted rocks just sit there. My nested arrangement creates entire rock succulent ecosystems. Here's what makes this so adorable. I paint rocks as various succulent types: echeveria, barrel cactus, lithops. Then I arrange them in shallow terracotta dishes with real succulents mixed in. The painted rocks fill gaps while real plants grow, creating full-looking gardens immediately. The genius part? As real succulents grow and spread, painted rocks get gradually replaced by living plants. The painted rocks are placeholders, creating instant fullness, while gardens establish. I also paint rocks in exaggerated colors: electric blue, hot pink, neon yellow, creating fantasy succulent gardens impossible in nature. Kids absolutely love these, and they're genuinely adorable. Cost is maybe $2 for paint. The mix of real and painted creates gardens that look full immediately while waiting for plants to mature. It's adorable, functional, and clever. Idea 8. Ladder herb tower. Standard. Ladder planters just set pots on rungs. My integrated trellis system uses the ladder structure for climbing plants too. The unique approach: I string wire or twine between ladder sides, creating climbing surfaces. Pots on lower rungs hold climbing plants that grow up through the ladder structure. Here's the innovation. I install a drip irrigation line running up one ladder side with emitters at each rung level. One water connection at the base irrigates all levels through gravity flow. The ladder becomes both planter and trellis with integrated watering. Cost is about $12 for irrigation supplies using a salvaged ladder. The multifunctional design maximizes vertical space usage. Idea 9. Terracotta candle irrigation. Stakes standard terracotta candle holders just hold candles. My OLAS technique uses them as slow-release irrigation. Here's the unique twist. I plug drainage holes in small terracotta pots with clay. then bury them near plant roots. Fill the pots with water, and terracotta slowly seeps moisture directly to root zones. The innovation is dual-purpose design. During evenings, I place candles in the buried pots for ambient lighting. During days, they're irrigation reservoirs. Same structures serve both functions. Cost is about $1 per pot. The buried ollas reduce watering frequency by 70% while providing evening ambiance. It's beautiful and brilliantly functional. Idea 10. PVC garden poetry stakes. Painted PVC pipes are common. My decoupage technique creates weatherproof art poles telling stories. The unique method: I apply vintage botanical prints, pressed flowers, and garden poetry to PVC using outdoor decoupage medium. Multiple layers seal everything weatherproof. Here's the innovation. Each pole tells a story. One shows the life cycle of butterflies. Another displays pressed flowers from my grandmother's garden with her handwritten labels. They're not just decorative, they're meaningful. I also insert solar lights in pole tops so they glow at night, illuminating the images from within. Cost is about $3 per pole. The storytelling approach transforms basic poles into personal garden memorials and educational features. Idea 11. Mirror multiplication illusion. Garden mirrors are standard. My corner placement technique creates infinite garden illusions. Here's what's unique. I position 2 mirrors at 90-degree angles in corner locations. The mirrors reflect each other, creating infinite regression. Your small garden appears to extend infinitely in both directions. The innovation is strategic plant placement. I position one spectacular plant in the corner where mirrors meet. That single plant multiplies infinitely in the reflections, creating the illusion of abundant gardens. Cost is about $15 for 2 mirrors. The corner placement with infinite reflections makes tiny spaces feel vast. Safety note: place mirrors low to avoid confusing birds. Idea 12. Bottle cap drain indicators. This is number 12. Pure genius that solved my chronic overwatering problem. Standard bottle caps become actual soil moisture indicators. Here's the genius. I drill small holes in bottle caps, attach them to stakes, then push stakes into soil at root level. The caps sit at surface level. When I water, excess drains through soil and bubbles up through the cap holes if soil is saturated. The innovation is visual feedback. No more guessing about moisture levels. If bubbles emerge through caps when watering, I know soil is saturated and can stop. If no bubbles appear, soil can take more water. I paint caps different colors for different plant types. Blue caps mark moisture-loving plants. Red caps mark drought-tolerant plants. The color coding prevents watering mistakes. Cost is $0 using collected caps. This simple indicator system eliminated my overwatering problems completely. It's pure problem-solving genius using trash. Idea 13. Chalkboard stake plant journals. Chalkboard plant markers are common. My QR code integration creates digital garden journals. The unique twist: I paint wooden stakes with chalkboard paint for plant names, but I also attach small QR code stickers. Scanning codes opens digital notes about each plant, planting dates, care instructions, growth observations. The innovation is linking physical markers to digital records. The chalkboard provides quick visual reference. The QR code accesses detailed documentation. Best of both worlds. Cost is about $1 per stake, including QR stickers. The hybrid physical-digital system creates comprehensive plant tracking while maintaining garden aesthetics. Idea 14. Light bulb terrarium chandeliers. Bulb terrariums exist. My chandelier grouping with misting system is unique. Here's the approach. I wire multiple bulb terrariums to embroidery hoops, creating hanging chandelier formations. Different hoop sizes stack, creating dimensional displays. The innovation is integrated misting. I install ultrasonic misting discs in top bulbs. Mist cascades down through multiple tiers, watering all plants in the chandelier while creating ethereal fog effects. Cost is about $20, including misting components. The chandelier formation with cascade watering creates stunning living sculptures that maintain themselves. Idea 15. Drawer salad. Table gardens. Drawer planters are common. My harvest table design lets you actually pick salad from the table while dining. The unique approach: I arrange multiple drawer planters on outdoor table surfaces at varying heights, creating edible centerpieces. Diners literally harvest salad ingredients during meals. The innovation is the continuous harvest design. I plant lettuces, herbs, and microgreens in succession. Some drawers are harvestable, others are growing, others just planted. The table provides continuous fresh greens. Cost is free using salvaged drawers. The Eat While You Sit garden table makes vegetable growing interactive and social. 3 rapid concepts. Create self-watering hanging macrame planters using bottle reservoirs hidden in woven holders. Build glass jar solar ovens that warm soil for heat-loving plants. Make painted brick borders that double as thermal mass for season extension. The pattern here is multifunctional design. Every element serves multiple purposes, maximizing utility in tiny spaces. 17 ideas proving tiny gardens can be creative, functional, and essentially free. Number 7's adorable painted rocks went viral. Number 12's drain indicators actually changed how I garden. But the real lesson: small space gardening isn't about limitation, it's about innovation. When you can't expand outward, you innovate inward. You make things multifunctional. You solve problems creatively. Which idea will you try? Comment below. Share your own tiny garden innovations, because collective creativity makes everyone better. Subscribe to Daily Garden Fix for more space-saving solutions. Now go create something amazing in that tiny spot you thought was too small to matter.